So today, I'm going to be finding out which MCU heroes can get through the maze in Maze Runner, the movies. So, let's get started. But before I get started, I gotta set some ground rules. Firstly, I'm only using street level heroes from the movies. Guys like Thor, Captain Marvel, Hulk, they can easily bust through the walls. Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, they can use some magic voodoo stuff to get out. Iron Man, War Machine, they can fly out. Vision can fly out or phase out. Other good stuff, not doing that. Uh, uh, People from the Netflix shows will not be included either. So that just leaves Hawkeye, Black Widow, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Black Panther, the Guardians of the Galaxy, minus Groot, Spiderman, and Falcon. But Sam can't just fly out of the maze either. He actually has to go through it. Secondly, the maze in the movie was never truly meant to be escaped from, unless you're Thomas and the cure for the worldwide virus pandemic, whatever. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But this maze will have an end to it. It will happen at night, so the Grievers will be out and about. The walls in the maze will be changing and moving randomly, like in the movies, and the heroes will be going in one at a time. And thirdly, the heroes will have what they typically carry. Like Cap will have his shield, but not Mjolnir. Sam will also have the shield. Winter Soldier will have his vibranium arm and various firearms, knives, whatever. And Star-Lord will not have his celestial powers. And now let's talk about the Grievers. The Grievers in the movie look like giant spider-like monsters and are simply relentless and aggressive. They stood about 15 feet tall and were capable of effortlessly ripping limbs off and easily destroying wooden structures that the gladiators had built. Their skin is like tough armor, seeing that piercing attacks from spears did nothing, and one even survived a fiery explosion. And then they're incredibly fast on their feet, can walk on walls, and are masters of stealth and stalking. And lastly, they have the changing stinger. If someone is stung by the stinger, they go through intense traumatizing pain for days until they turn into this zombie like creature. The pain is instant, and the only cure is the grief serum. So, with all that out of the way, let's get started. So, starting us off is Hawkeye, and I'm just gonna say, Clint, he's gonna have a rough time getting through it, and I just gonna say it. I don't think he is. I think he could during the day because I do think he's physically capable of getting through the maze. But then you add in that it's dark and the grievers, and I just don't see it happening. His trick arrows are his only hope of even hurting these things, and I do think they could. His explosive arrows sent Loki flying, fire arrows burnt through metal, and his electric arrows temporarily restrained vision. But then it's really dark, so he's gonna have a hard time even seeing these things. Yeah, Clint's not making it. He dies. I can't see Black Widow doing much better. Also, I haven't seen the Black Widow movie yet, so I'm not using any feats from that movie. So, yeah. Her agility and weapons, like her small electrical discs, stun batons, and her Widow's bite, should be able to really stun the Grievers, possibly even eventually kill them. And her Widow's line really should help her temporarily escape them as well. But there's only so much she can do with the limited gear that she has on her. Yeah, Natasha dies. She isn't making it. Now with Falcon, it's hard to say. Because although he can't just fly out of there, his wings are pretty useful in a fight. He can use them as a shield to shield himself, and it's completely bulletproof. He can use these as a weapon, saying that he killed that Black Order gorilla by impaling it with his wings. This would probably kill a Griever. He also has these two small heat-seeking missiles that could possibly probably kill a Griever. He also has these two high-tech SMGs, but I don't think these will do very much. He also wears these high-tech goggles that allowed him to see Ant-Man when he was ant size. So these things probably have some sort of night vision on them. He also is just very extremely skilled in mobile flyer, being just as good, if not better, than someone like Iron Man or War Machine. He also has Red Wing, a drone that has missiles and machine guns capable of destroying helicopters. Not to mention, he also has the Vibranium Shield, which he's really good at using while flying. He has to have two flaws though. One being that he's just as durable as Clint and Nat, meaning he'll die just as easy. And two, being that it's due to tight quarters of the maze, his flying is going to be very limited. I think Sam could get through the maze, but he's going to have to play his cards just right, and it's not likely. So, moving on. Captain America and the Winter Soldier. When it comes to these two, I think they both have a legit chance to get through it. I think their biggest problem would be that it's dark. But both of them were trained in the military, so surely they were trained to fight in the dark, not to mention that it's possible that the super soldier serum grants them better vision in the dark. And then Bucky has his vibranium arm and Cap has the shield, which would be a problem for the Grievers. And then you add in that both have outrun speeding cars pretty easily, and both are just physically stronger and tougher than the average human, and two of the best fighters in the world. Yeah, I mean, I think Steve's chances are higher than Bucky's, but you know, it's also possible that the super soldier serum could allow them to resist the stinger's poison or something like that. But I guess we'll never truly know that. I think they're kind of like Sam. They have to play their cards just right. But I do think Steve's chances are higher, have been the highest ones so far. When it comes to the Guardians of the Galaxy, I really only think Gamora has a legit chance of getting through it. Mantis, although has a very underrated power, has no chance. She's not a fighter, so no. She can't even properly trash talk. So Nebula has potential of getting through it, but don't really have the feats to back it up. Like she's a lethal assassin and fighter, but really doesn't have a lot of feats. I don't even think Star Lord is even physically capable of getting through it. Like not just at night. I'm talking about like during the day too. I just don't think he's physically capable. I mean, Rocket said in Infinity War, "You're a sandwich away from being fat." I just don't think he's even capable. Of course, he does have his jetpack and he has his two blasters, but he isn't as fast or as mobile as someone like Falcon. And his blasters only really show that they can one-shot normal people and stagger Thanos for literally just like a second. I actually think Rocket's chances are higher than Peter's. Rocket showed in Volume 2 that he's very versatile, skilled, and creative with his weapons and his gadgets and his traps. His small size grants him great mobility and speed, and although he can't outrun the Grievers, obviously. Not to mention, he is a raccoon, meaning his senses are far greater than ours, so the dark won't be a big problem for him. But sooner or later, he's going to run out of ammo and gadgets, and although his small size is an advantage with his mobility, it's obviously a disadvantage as he's not very strong or durable. And he's not making it either. Drax has potential, as he's strong enough to easily send people flying, restrain Gamora with one hand, and momentarily pin adult Groot to the ground. He's tough enough to endure massive beatings from Ronin, and to literally laugh off a crash landing on a planet while being suspended outside of the spaceship, hitting several trees in the process, and literally just said that was awesome, as if it was a roller coaster ride. He's quite the skilled warrior and marksman as well. His one flaw is his lack of intelligence and just lack of basic common sense. He literally thought he could turn invisible by standing still. Like, that's probably not even the dumbest thing he's ever thought. Uh, I just did a video on Gamora not too long ago, so I'm not going to talk about her much. But after looking at her feats, her training, the fact that she's one of the best fighters in the MCU, she does have the best chance to getting through the maze out of the Guardians, and I actually think she can. I'm gonna say Gamora can. Her cybernetic enhancements might make her immune or resistant to the Stinger. So yeah, I'm gonna put money on that she can. As for the last two participants, Spider-Man and Black Panther, well, I think these two have the absolute best chances of getting through the maze out of everyone else here. Spider-Man can actually physically fight and even overpower the Grievers, saying that he's strong enough to hold up a shipping container, lift large chunks of concrete debris off of him, stagger Thanos with kicks, and stop an attack from Cold City in cold with ease. He withstood a plane crash, being hit by a speeding train, a building collapsing on top of him, and being slammed down by Thanos. and he's definitely fast and agile enough to outmaneuver the Grievers, seeing that he dodged several drones' machine gun fire while they were invisible and while he was getting closer to them. His webs are able to momentarily hold a bell tower, hold up an elevator full of people, and pull back coal obsidian, so they'll definitely be a factor here. His suit also comes with 500 other webbing combination types, including the ricochet webs and the web bomb. His webs and he wall crawling will help him navigate through the maze, and his spider sense will help him in the dark, just like it did in his second movie. Spider-Man's got a great chance of getting through it, and I'm gonna say, yeah, he can get through it. He's also very intelligent, so yeah, he's getting through it. And with Black Panther, well, he's basically just as strong, tough, fast, and skilled as Captain America and Winter Soldier, if not more so. But what really gives him a big chance of getting through this maze is his vibranium suit. There ain't nothing the Grievers can do to get through the vibranium suit, not even the Stinger. Not to mention the suit will just absorb the momentum and kinetic energy of all those attacks, in which he can then redirect as a powerful pulse punch. And seeing how this was able to knock out Cole Obsidian, yeah, it's going to be able to take out a Griever, even multiple at one time. And whether it's the heart-shaped herb or the suit, T'Challa has night vision. This is seen at the start of his own movie when he took out all those gunmen in the dark. Hell, he might even be able to sneak past some of them because his suit is completely soundproof. Yeah, I'm gonna say T'Challa can get through it. T'Challa survives the maze. But anyways, that's all I got for you. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, all the great stuff. Leave a comment of what you think. Let me know if you think of any other sort of videos like this, because I love doing these. Um, Anyways, hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and all the great stuff. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.